Well, cheese makes people so happy that you actually have to tell people to say cheese to get them to smile. So imagine how much I smiled when I found out that Cabot Creamery Cooperative would be here today. Welcome Amanda Freund she is a Cabot farmer. Welcome.
Hi, Elsa, thank you.
I'm happy to have you here. We talk about Cabot being a cooperative, and you are a farmer that is a part of this. Tell us about how Cabot Creamery does it, because it's been around for a century now.
Yeah, 2019, we celebrated our centennial. So for 101 years, Cabot has been a cooperative, which means that the farmers are the owners of this company and brand. So I'm one of 800 farm families from New York and New England that are supplying milk to make Cabot products.
And what makes it so special? I mean, outside of that fact that, I mean, it is great. I mean, 800 farmers all part of this and being a co-op, but what made your family want to be a part of this?
So for us, we're very proud of the quality that our products stand for. So Cabot has been selected as the world's best cheddar in award events in the past. And so we have a really, truly high quality cheddar product, but we also have yogurts and whipped cream and sour cream and cream cheese, a lot of dairy products. And so the fact that you can go to a grocery store, even here in Baltimore, and find the products that my family is represented by.
Because you're in Connecticut, right?
That's right.
So you're in Connecticut, but we can get this, everywhere, because these products are everywhere. What I also like about Cabot is the community support and the support of communities, I should say. You have programs called like Cabot's Department of Gratitude. What is that about, these programs?
So one of the things that I'm the most proud of as a Cabot farmer is that Cabot recognized that our farm families are very involved in their local communities. My brother is a volunteer firefighter, and my dad is on local committee for our Wetlands Commission. And so Cabot recognized that our farmers are that involved in their own communities that as a company that has national recognition, we should be a little bit more interactive with the communities where our cheese is.
It makes sense.
And so we have a Department of Gratitude, and one of the really cool programs that's part of that is reward volunteers. So even here in Baltimore, if you are involved with Red Cross or Boys and Girls Club or whatever organization and you're volunteering time, we have an app that you can actually record your volunteer time and possibly receive awards.
Oh wow, that's amazing, because it's something that these volunteers would be doing anyway.
Right.
So if you're doing it anyway, you get something, why not? And the cheese is so good. Okay, so everyone knows that I'm plant-based, we know this, but I do cheat sometimes with a little bit of cheese. I'm from Wisconsin, so I only want the real stuff, and you brought a little bit today so that I can try this white oak cheddar. Now you say this is award-winning.
It is.
I'm telling you, my palate is very, very high being from cheese country, so I'm gonna try this. I want to see. All right, you passed muster.
It's worth the cheat.
It's very, very good.
Awesome.
And you've got really cool creative recipes.
Yes.
That we can find online, but we're going to do one today.
Yes.
Okay.
So there's the obvious ways to use cheese, and people usually are going to think of a pasta dish or pizza or a sandwich that you're melting cheese on. And that's great, but I also recognize that we've just started a new year. Some people might have resolutions about trying to be a little healthier. And so what we're focused on here is a power bowl with quinoa and vegetables.
Oh, good.
And so this would be potentially a plant-based meal, but by adding cheddar, you're giving it a little protein.
Yes,
you're making it vegetarian and getting a protein kick.
Absolutely.
So what I have here is, and so we have a lot of recipes that can meet a lot of different dietary restrictions and guidelines on our website. And so for this recipe, we cooked our quinoa in chicken broth.
Okay.
And so if you are trying to make it
vegetarian, a vegetable.
Exactly.
Yep, absolutely.
And then I roasted my parsnips, my sweet potato, and my celery with some herb de Provence.
Okay.
As well as olive oil.
All right.
And so that was super quick. It went in the oven at 425 degrees. And then I mixed up my dressing. So this was a really simple dressing. It was olive oil, basically red wine vinegar, some honey from our farm, Dijon mustard, and some chopped shallot.
Oh, nice.
And so that just got whisked together. And then, so this is our final creation here. So we've got our roasted vegetables, our finished quinoa, and then we're gonna top it off with our white oak cheddar, some craisins, some parsley, our dressing, and it's not in the recipe, but I really like a little crunch. So I brought some pumpkin seeds.
I do too. I do too. Okay, so let's do that. We've got about a minute less, and as we're doing this, so we're just sort of mixing this all together?
You're gonna start it with the quinoa.
And then these recipes, we can find them online, right?
That's right, cabotcheese.coop, and you can find smoothie recipes and vegetable-based recipes, and we also have, a lot of our farm families have contributed recipes. So my mom has a sweet corn casserole recipe on there. And so whether you're doing a meat dish or
I like that you give us different options so that you don't feel like you're just sort of plugged into just one thing. And you're right, you can use as much or as little as you want. Already I can like, oh, this is gonna be a really good lunch. And then I wanna put in a little bit of, you've already mixed this.
We can do our dressing.
Okay. And a little bit of cheese, of course. It's a cheddar, right, that we're using?
Yes,
or are you using
it is a cheddar.
Yep. You have so many products. Okay, and so, this can all be found online, and we just put that website out, and I want that crunch.
Yes.
And then, I know we're running out of time, but I want people to see what this looks like.
And the fact that basically, with the exception of my honey, but all of these ingredients came from local grocery store here. ShopRite, Safeway, Price Right.
So you can get this right here in Baltimore. Thank you so much for being here. Really appreciate it. We'll be right back.
Thank you.